Hi, I'm Andy, a collection specialist at Credit Sage, and my goal is to help people learn how they can remove L.J. Ross Associates from their credit report. And in many cases, without paying the debt at all. So if that's you or someone you know, I am confident that you're going to walk away from this video knowing what the next best step is to take. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't take action. If, for example, you know or you believe that L.J. Ross Associates, and actually any of the accounts that are on your credit report, are the result of identity theft, or if they have the wrong balance after you've already paid, or any other major issues that are seriously affecting your life, you may be owed a settlement. And we work with a network of local attorneys that will work on your behalf at zero cost, win or lose, in addition to getting the accounts deleted permanently. Or, if no issues like that exist and you just want the account removed from your credit report, we can help with that too. Just call us today. Our number will be in the description area below this video. But right now I want to go through some of the most important questions that we get about this company. And I think the first one here is really important. And that is, can you be arrested or get jail time for a debt with L.J. Ross Associates? And the reason I put this one at the top of the list is because we get a lot of callers that are terrified that this could happen. And it makes sense. I mean, few people are really taught how credit and debt work in school. I didn't know the answer to this question until I got into the business. And fortunately, unless the debt is related to specifically unpaid taxes or unpaid child support, you cannot be arrested or get jail time. So no need to worry about that whatsoever. The other thing is that the amount of the debt doesn't actually matter either. You could refuse to pay $1,000 or $1 million, and you will not be arrested or get jail time. So who is L.J. Ross Associates, and why are they on your credit report? So they are what's referred to as a debt collector or a credit collection agency. And they buy debts, unpaid accounts like credit cards, for example, often for very cheap. And then they try to collect the full amount, okay? So I'll give you an example. Imagine that you have an unpaid card with Capital One, and it's $1,000. L.J. Ross Associates could come along and buy that debt for just $100. But now they don't try to collect that amount. They try to collect the full $1,000 from you, which gives them a 10x return on their investment. So these companies can make a lot of money damaging your credit score by reporting the debt to your credit report is one of the primary strategies that they use to get you to pay. But the problem with that is, and a lot of people don't know this, is that paying a debt on your credit report does not actually remove the account that's attached to it. That account will sit there for 7 years, damaging your score, whether it's paid or not. So a lot of time paying it isn't actually in your best interest. It could just be a waste of money. Now, in rare cases, paying the debt can even hurt your score further. So that's something to be mindful of. In addition to credit reporting, they may send scary letters. They may call a lot. They may even call your family members and colleagues. And again, I think it's important to mention that if a collector has ever threatened you or harassed you during non-business hours, you may be owed a lawsuit. So again, that's another case that you'd want to give us a call so that we can connect you with a local specialist that will take action quickly. Should you negotiate a settlement with L.J. Ross Associates? Okay, this is a good question. So settling your debt with L.J. Ross Associates really depends on your goal. Typically, what I tell people is if you are wanting to improve your credit score, paying isn't the best option. And the reason for that is what I just mentioned before, is even if you pay the collection, it will remain on your credit report for 7 years, damaging your score that whole time. Instead, we always recommend working with an expert like us to come in and review these accounts. And if we can find certain issues exist, then the accounts can be removed entirely. And this is a win-win. You won't have to waste money paying a debt that won't help your score, and the negative account gets removed from your report. So it's perfect. Which leads me to the next question. How do you remove LJ Ross Associates from your credit report? So the Fair Credit Reporting Act gives every person the power to challenge information on their report, which is easier said than done. I will say that the knowledge required to do this is a bit involved. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't learn how to do it, but just be prepared to spend weeks, maybe months, really learning how to do it properly. However, if you'd like to hire a professional to handle it for you and ensure that it's done properly the first time and save you the extra time and hassle of having to learn how to do it, we're happy to take care of it for you. We've dealt with LJ Ross Associates accounts many times, and they regularly have issues. And we've helped numerous clients deal with them. And we'd be happy to take care of it for you too, if you prefer. How can you get LJ Ross Associates to stop calling you? This is one of the more annoying aspects of the business. So, and like I mentioned, LJ Ross Associates will be calling you. It's their attempt to collect the debt that they've purchased, which ultimately means that the only reason that they'll stop calling you is if you, one, settle your debt with them, which we talked about, why that's sometimes doesn't always work. Or you work with a company like ours to have them potentially removed from your report altogether. So there's that option. Will LJ Ross Associates try suing or garnishing my wages? Another kind of scary thought. And the answer is that LJ Ross Associates suing is unlikely. It can happen, it does happen, but in our experience, it's rare. And the reason is there's many laws around how long they can sue for, what they can do if they win, and it's just a long process. However, the good news is if we're able to find certain issues with the account, they won't be able to collect it all, which is another benefit of using an expert. What are my rights when dealing with LJ Ross Associates? So you have the right to dispute any of your debt that LJ Ross Associates has purchased. LJ Ross Associates is governed by the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act, or FDCPA, and like we were talking about before, the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Now, these acts, again, can seem very complicated when you really dig into them, but the bottom line is they provide a great deal of power to the consumer if you know how to use it properly. Now, if you don't have time to research these acts, I don't blame you. It's not a problem. Give us a call today and we can discuss your options. Again, our number will be in the description area below, and I look forward to talking with you.